What is good, JayMike?
Joltter.
And this is Unisport Uncut, episode number 29.
29.
Near to.
And this is the Unisport store.
This is the Unisport store, for reference, as it's been like the last couple of Uncuts we've been here.
I'm just, you know.
Yeah, okay. But we've got a lot of stuff on the table today. Let's just jump right in. Obviously, Luca's not here. We miss him, but yeah, let's get right into it. 10 minutes on the clock.
You wanna bring that up right away?
I wanna see you with the tear in your eye. Anyway, Joltter, let's start over here. Black is back. TechCraft 2.0. What do we think?
It looks killer.
It looks mean, absolutely mean.
Also feels killer.
Well, the point of the TechCraft pack, as we know, is that Nike have basically taken their boots and then they've slapped leather on top of it. But this time, they claim that they've taken their Alegria leather, which is their like untreated super...
The crème de la crème.
The crème de la crème of the leather, and then slapped on top of their boots. And what they've done is they've taken their so-called K-Fuse technology, which means that instead of putting on the top layer of synthetic on the whole inner structure of the boot, they've just slapped kangaroo leather on top of it instead, which is pretty clever. The deal is that because they're doing this, and also because they're doing this to the low-cut models now, then they feel a little bit more stiff because they need to keep this internal structure. And that's a bit sad, in my opinion.
Yes, we tried them on, a few of the boots, and it feels a bit stiffer than...
They're a bit stiffer than the previous models. You tried on the Opus, I tried on the Vapor, and I think it's fair to say that you're struggling to get this on.
I was struggling to get in,
and
if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean, and that was like a struggle no other has ever seen. Because I think you actually spent 5 minutes putting it on each foot.
Yes.
And it is, you know, yes, it's relatively soft, but compared to the first generation of the TechCraft, especially the low-cut boots aren't as soft as they used to be.
Yeah.
Which is a bit of a shame. I mean, the finish is actually, it's okay. The leather is actually pretty nice, and it gets to work because of the inner structures not being so rigid as it has to be in the Opus and the Vapor. But then there's the synthetic swoosh, which is...
Also, I don't know, but when we try them on, maybe, you know, a good advice would be to go down, up half a size.
Yeah, don't go down.
Up half a size for the TechCraft. I don't know. That's what I would do.
I would
personally do it.
I'd still go true to size with my Vapor, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe your foot was, I don't know. Yeah, your foot is massive, so maybe you should go up half a size anyway.
But they look dope.
And they look super dope. And the thing is that the Legend is actually, that's just, you know, pure Alegria leather on the Legend, and it is absolutely sensationally soft. The only thing that surpasses this, in my opinion, will be the Totties and the Tiempo XXs, which were like completely mind-blowing.
And the Pirlo.
Actually, I think these are just as nice as the Pirlos.
Really?
They have a bit different feel to them, but they're so...
I still prefer the Pirlos.
You do? Well, that's because they're Pirlos. No
Okay,
Pirlo, no party. I think that's like your motto in life.
Yes.
That's a cool cat, by the way. but I mean, I would rock them. I would rock the Tiempos. I think, you know, the whole idea about fusing the kangaroo leather on top of the boots, that's pretty solid, but they just seem a bit stiffer.
Yes.
Than...
Unfortunately, like they look so nice, and you know, it's a cool idea, like you said.
Yes.
But let's see.
The really good thing about this is trying the Vapor, that you do get that bit more padded, dampened sensation on the ball, which is a bit unusual for a Vapor 11 because it's really normally very, very precise, really, really thin. You get a very precise touch on the ball, and it's a bit more padded in the Vapor while you still get that close last, the anatomical sole plate, and that's a pretty interesting combination. So if you like that extra bit of padding that leather gives you, these are a very, very solid option if you also want that Magista, Mercurial, or Hypervenom feel.
Which one of them looked the best for you? Looks the best.
Looks the best. I think I'm gonna have to go with Tiempo.
Looks-wise? I would go looks-wise with this. I really like the way this looks.
It also looks good. I agree. And actually, the dynamic fit color looks really, really good.
Yes.
On this one. Normally, I'm not a fan of the Magista color, but here it just looks more streamlined than on the others.
Solid.
Big fan. Anyways, moving on to another Nike boot. They are going ham at the moment, aren't they?
Damn.
Yeah. CR7.
CR7.
You met the man, the legend, the myth,
the legend. Yeah, that was crazy. Chapter 3.
Yep.
I'm sure we have made a couple of videos about the boot already.
Are you gonna come with more videos?
Well, actually, we went to Lisbon. We went to Lisbon for another event. CR7 was there. We didn't interview him this time.
I think we got enough.
We talked to Rio Ferdinand, who told us a lot of cool stories.
Yeah, it's
about
it's
the
a
CR7.
flipping cool boot.
Yeah, I really think, you know, this is up there for me, like one of my favorite CR7 boots.
I absolutely agree.
Like there's nobody's gonna ever beat the black with the, I don't remember what it was called, but the black shiny,
white,
like
pink and blue. That is
there's
right up there.
There's a lot of cool ones, but I really like the way this looks. First I was like, yeah, but you know, when you put them on with a nice outfit on the pitch.
Yes. Yes,
I really
and the
like
way
it.
it's kind of like asymmetrical, so you get the yellow on the inside, and I think it looks amazing, and especially the story around it with him getting discovery. That's pretty nifty. But with him getting discovered, playing for Sporting, I think that's pretty cool. They made this tribute to the Vapor one that he wore with the wave here. It's more evident on the Vapor. Bring the Vapor. We brought the Vapor because it looks. There we go.
Vapor.
Show it to the world. But
Vapor.
I think it looks absolutely mind-blowing. It's supposed to be green for Sporting. And I don't know about you, but I don't really see the Sporting green in this colorway. Yeah.
Minor detail.
Minor detail. I think this is one of the, as you said, one of the best CR7 colorways we've seen and right up there among the best.
So stay tuned for the Lisbon episode.
It's going to be epic. More CR7. If you love CR7, it's going to be good. Moving on though, because we're spending a lot of time, to Umbro, the new Velocita 3. This time, it comes with a sock. And I actually think this looks pretty promising. There's a red sock construction that you can see, and then there's this mesh construction covered by silicone. And going by the previous Velocitas, this is going to be a very solid boot. I'm excited to try it.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Do you know what it looks like?
I kind of get what you might be saying. What do you want to say?
X15.
X15. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. And speaking of boots that look like the X15, they're not necessarily new, but I brought you Joma boots. Now, this is a Joma Champion. What do you reckon it looks like? X15? It kind of looks a lot like the X15.
I like the lace lock.
It says
This is
glass.
like what you have on, I know, but like I call it
Sneakers.
the lace lock.
Yeah.
Because on Air Force One, you know, you have like the...
Yeah, I'm not a sneaker guy, you know that. But anyways, this looks like X15. This, what does this look like?
I don't even have to say it. It's too obvious.
evoSPEED SL. But the thing is that these are not very expensive, yeah. So if you want like a less expensive kind of look-alike, it's only 167 grams, so it's not too bad. The Joma boots are actually, well, they're a solid option and they feel actually like pretty decent football boots. But it's just, you know, it's quite funny that they look so much like boots that we already know. Anyway, moving on from the Velocita, I'm gonna have to try this because I think it looks fresh. Colorway, well, we can kind of discuss if it's all right. I don't mind it. I think with the sound,
I look
it's gonna be
forward
good.
to hearing what you're gonna say about this.
All right.
New Copa 17.1.
Wow.
Ah, this.
We agree. Why do you say wow to this? Because let's agree, it doesn't look like a...
You know, as soon as you grab it from here, from the toe area.
It's butter.
Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. This right here, this is some premium soft leather, if I ever saw something like this. And I'm gonna have to do it.
Do it.
I don't smell anything. That's because I'm a little bit sick. But it's
It's a Joltter proof.
Of course it is.
I mean,
It's
if we had a
very
certain
nice.
German here, he would go over this. This is, as I said in the tech talk, this is probably the softest leather on the market. And
It's up there.
You know, it's a bit ironic with all the TechCraft boots here, but this is how you do a kangaroo leather boot. I mean, this is this is just outstanding. And okay, it might be a bit of a modern update on the Copa. And I don't really know yet what to do with this tongue.
You know what I would do? I would take my scissors and flip it out. Like, you know,
it feels nice on your foot when the way it transitions from boot to foot, but it's not going to stay down. That's the problem. But and it looks nice. It looks like a solid boot, but yeah,
You remember back in the good old days when you do it yourself thing, you put the rubber band around the...
Oh, I remember. Oh. How could I forget? How could I forget?
And then the next step was, of course, to cut them off.
And you did, didn't you?
I did both.
I think we've all done it.
But this.
It's solid, and it's solid. And there's more stuff coming because, you know, this is actually a new silo for Adidas, the Copa 17. We're going to see a lot more of that in the future. And then we're out of time. So we need to move on hastily to the... Yeah, we got it.
New evoTouch.
Yes. Looks pretty cool. It's kind of
This is something for the Finnish national team. I'm just going to put this out there.
Is there anyone in Finland wearing the evoTouch?
I don't know.
Okay, but...
It's a good boot. You should, you know? Yeah, maybe they would play better.
It's a good boot. The only problem for me is that the toe box is so insanely roomy. I mean,
that's why I love it.
For a slim foot like mine, it's just, there's so much space.
One of my favorite boots of the year.
Wow. But it's a good... And the sock. The sock is so... amazing. I like the Nike socks. The Adidas socks are good, but this is just, wow, this is good. I absolutely love it. And
great. We are going too much over time. I'm sorry, we have to move on.
Okay.
Derby days.
Derby days, Griezmann boot. It actually looks pretty cool. Griezmann actually helped designing these. The only shame is that he's probably not going to win. And ever. So, you know.
Yeah. But it's it's a clean design with some, I don't know if you can see
Derby days details. I think it looks pretty good, but I mean, I'd rock them.
Yeah,
I'd rock them, and they're good boots.
Not the best colorway ever, but it's solid. Like,
okay,
you can't mess with this.
But okay, so let's say favorite boot on the table here.
Favorite boot on the table.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to do it. Like looks wise, I have to.
Well, I'm tempted. I'm tempted to do the same thing.
I appreciate the bling. I appreciate it.
You like the bling.
I appreciate it.
But what if you don't like CR7? Then the bling is just too much.
I appreciate the bling.
You appreciate the bling. This is a tough one. I'm gonna have to go with the Tiempo Legend 6 because this is, once you go black, you never go back. Says a white guy. But this is very like, it's so flipping beautiful, this one. And I'm always tempted to getting a black TechCraft boot. That's just how it is. But guys, we also have to find a winner for the giveaway. We also have a giveaway today. But the winner of the Unisport Live shirt is Beta Hater from the last video.
Congratulations.
Congratulations with this here comment. And we also have a new giveaway, Joltter.
Hey, I was trying to look if it was like on this side or...
It's coming on the screen.
Oh, okay.
We have something for the goalies, glove glue. Do you know what this is?
If you say it's for the goalkeepers...
This means no, by the way.
No, I don't know, but my mind is spinning.
Spinning. The cogwheels are spinning.
Exactly.
So it's going to be a while.
Just tell me.
It's basically what you put on your gloves and you get grip. So it's a bit like glue for your gloves and you get extra grip. And this is the Mega Grip formula. So you guys can actually win it. Just throw a comment in the comment section below and we'll find a winner in the next Uncut episode.
It needs to be a dope comment.
It needs to be a dope comment as always. And Joltter, one more thing. Because
one more?
There's one more thing.
Wow.
I know we're going tremendously over time here, but next week we're going to have our second episode of our Q&A. Yeah. So remember to leave some comments there. Remember to watch it. And I think we'll see you all there.
Yes.
Signing off.
And before, one last thing. If anybody is still watching at this point.
I doubt it.
Shout out to all the giveaway winners, okay? We've had the Messi giveaway. We've given away Magistas.
Yes.
We're gonna announce the winner of this boot very soon in the playtest. So keep your eyes on the comments.
Yes.
That's it. Okay.
That's it. Now we're signing off. Cheerio. See you next time.
I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna
into the boot room even.
What episode is this?
29.
Wow.
Yeah. I know.
29. Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Well, let's do it one more time. I was like doing a stupid face. Just like you were.